This is so dope, man. A man with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife and a pop's watch. Face so fat the band had stretch marks. It shines so bright that you can see it from Mars. Man, he blinded me, reflecting headlights from the cars. He's got to be a rapper, baller, or a movie star, but nah, he's too humble to be all of the above. So he said, my name is Trap. Oh, cause you bees in the trap. Nah, it ain't even like that. And he tilted his bull's cap. Introduced me to his wife, and she had one too. Wrist game so cold that she could build igloos out of nothing. They legit, they even bless their kids. Man, when they all stand in a row, they look like 4 Giotto rims. Tight like Tim's on a New York summer day. I just gotta be down, but he had to set me straight like
Yo, man, what is happening, family? It's your boy Trapvision 3D, man, and you made it to the lifestyle again. I'm in one of my favorite spots in Indianapolis, Art Skillet, you feel me? Alright, so today, man, if y'all seen it, bro, y'all already know what it is, man. Choosing your next Invicta, you know what I'm saying? Is it worth the money? Is it worth your time, man? Add to your collection, and can you use it in a battle? Yeah, so there's a little dynamics to this review that we about to do, man. So I actually got a few pieces, man. So let me back up a bit. If you missed it, I announced, it was about 2 weeks ago. Yo, my wife and I are going down to, or actually going up to New York, right? We're going to Manhattan, Invicta Store. Shout out to my girl Lucy. And I definitely got to give Invicta a big praise, you know what I'm saying, Invicta Stores, because they're allowing your boy to do the first official battle at a store for a collector's event. It's never been done before, man, so thank you so much, you know what I'm saying? But here's the deal, is I had a few questions, man, during some of my lives or like just after the fact. I do get down into those comments when I can, and some of you guys like, okay, where do I start first? Or like, hey, I just started collecting Invicta, you know, I want to be a part of these battles, man, like what should I collect? So that is the purpose of this video, man, so let's dive into it. First and foremost, man, I have to give credit to the originator of this concept, man. This right here, yes, it's a sock. It has Patrick on it. In this sock is a watch. Keeps it protected, right? Like, I'm walking this morning. Y'all see my bag right here, right? But this right here is called a Diablo, right? You see this to-know shape is large watch. This one right here, I actually saw this on Shop HQ, and the biggest thing that caught me was, let's look at the blue. And then the dial. I want you to see, look at that, how it's curved, all the angles, the mirror polish, even the case back. Reserve level, Diablo. You want to know what these functions are on the side? That controls dates and months and things. I actually debuted this watch around Christmas time, right? But for you, how would this work in your collection? If you can find it. So the thing about this watch is it comes like this is one of those true comes every so often. If you see it, and let's say, I can't remember, I think I paid like $199 for this watch, which, dude, it's perfect. I'll say that's a perfect price. And like for this watch to be as complicated as it is, you're getting a lot for the money, right? Plus you're getting that style. Very comfortable. Now, I will say this about watches that are plated. If you do wear these excessively, I'd imagine that this one would even come off as, you know, because I saw Blue Label, which I've shown those before. A guy worked, I think he was a truck driver. Met him when I worked at Ray Skillman. And all of this was worn off. That was worn. Now, the actual case still was mint. Well, I don't say mint, but it was still, like, there weren't any blue rubbed off. But the bracelet, almost definitely. You got to think that's a friction point too, so just keep that in mind. But you know, there's always, like, you can always buy another bracelet or even put a NATO strap on it, so there's ways to fix it. But pound for pound, I think this watch was definitely worth it. There are a number of people that have these watches. They're not number limited, but they do limit their production because this thing came out and it was gone. But yeah, so let me just say, I give this 5 flame for the price, for the look, for the complications, going back to the price. You know what I'm saying? And then Invicta, when it did their thing, they plated the entire watch. You know, like, and that clasp, y'all know I love that clasp, man. And what's crazy, I just noticed this, it's like some of the finishing you'll see where the finishing takes on like a different shine, if you will. Some like on the back side of it, it shines, but not as much as other parts. But once it's closed, you're not gonna see it. Anyway, if you were in a battle, right? And again, if you don't know what a battle is, it's where 2 people come together, right? And they bring 5. One, it depends on the time we have to do a battle. It also, you know, like depends on how many people. So we do 3. It has to be an odd number because the thing about it, we did the even numbers before, and it came down to a complete tie, and then you have to do a bonus watch, and that can keep going on. It's like basketball, you know what I'm saying? Like overtime, double overtime. So we just said 3, just odd numbers. So anyway, this one right here, I give 5 flame for like a number of reasons. And the shape, that mirror polish, and I know some people love brush, but like if you want to just add a mirror polish piece to your collection, boom. And I'm telling you, you pull that out, for people that don't know about watches like that, they just go off of pure aesthetics. Pure aesthetics alone, perfect watch. Now my next watch, I just showcased this. Oh, look, oh man, my plastic came off. Purple label. Yes, and I'm actually walking. I wore this. I'm testing it out, y'all. So first and foremost, it's a purple label Grand Diver, right? Look at that. Now, if I was to pull this out in a battle, the color alone, you know, just imagine people just come on like, and they like, what are you guys doing? Because we're going to be at a store doing a battle, right? We got 2 people, well actually 4 people that's going to be doing a battle. We may have a 3rd group. Ladies, step up. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, so on this piece right here, the first thing that's going to catch you is the royal color of purple. You feel me? Look at that. Check that out. You got Scuba Steve on there. Purple capuchon, you got the Grand Diver, and then you got that rich dial. Look at that. It's crazy. And that day complication is the NH36. So if I'm sitting there explaining this watch, you know, if I pull this watch out for a battle, and they're like, yo, what is that? I'm like, man, it's a purple label. I got this. It was a gift of mine, but you know, this is where it reminds me of, or if I said this is like a homage to the Yacht Master, you know, like Rolex. Whatever the story is behind this watch or how I got it, you can add that to a battle. You can add that story, that swag, or even if you had the clothes that match this, you know what I'm saying? Like when you doing battles, unless you have a costume change, man, like you can do that, but I'll say this is a perfect watch. We rated this at a 5. Now when you get down to the schematics and stuff like that, it's an NH36, right? It's made by that's what powers the watch. It is a Seiko movement, TMI company. The tolerance is not as tight as other watches that within their frame, but like it's $150 watch. And for I can't remember one of you guys left a comment, and I literally, when I did this purple label last week, that live, I went to your comment and I linked I threw a link in there to this watch. It was sold out, and I couldn't find anything else, but they'll come back up. Don't even worry about that. So hold on, put this back on my wrist. 5 flames. I'm just gonna, now I'm gonna just tell you this too. In this 3 slot, this piece right here don't fit, but I put it up there all the same just to protect it, because this is going to be my watch of the day, debuting for Invicta. I mean, not Invicta, but we debuting, me and Vic, my bro Vic. Anyway, man, this right here will be the next one. I have yet to rate this watch on my show. I haven't even touched it. I actually received this watch from DK, right? And if you want to know who DK is, if you go to Semicon Watch Reviews, I got a link in the descriptions down there, you know what I mean? So y'all can, he may be in the chat at this time, you know what I'm saying, during this premiere. I'm not sure. If you are, what's happening, bro? If you're catching on replay, what's happening, bro? But I received this watch from DK, and it's my first Chatham & Dover. And Chatham & Dover is actually, I mean, look, see that? Look it up. Chatham & Dover is actually a train. And you see this lever right here? Wow, yeah. Reminds you of like a pocket watch, right? Exactly. I actually put this thing on. Now, it has aggressive lugs on it. Aggressive. It's not a painful watch. It is heavy, right? And that blue dial is super rich. Got it upside down. And tell you what, right here on the crown, which I think is awesome, like it just goes, like it just, for me, it is the artistry, man. Like how they engineered this watch. I think it's a great watch, man. It's very unique. It is a massive watch. So I'll let you see what that look like on my wrist. So that's it on the wrist, right? This is a display, man. I'm telling you, this is like a display case, man. Yeah, I know it's massive watch, but it comes in around, what, 52 millimeters, but I'm pretty sure it's probably like knocking like 56. Maybe I don't have my calipers to measure, but that's what it looked like on the wrist. Huge piece, man, and it's gold. And I don't know like what possessed them to put this design in there, but I just think it adds to the flavor of this watch. And that's right, the flavor. I got this from DK, and I was just blown away. It was a complete surprise, didn't know. But I take in the fact that a reviewer from YouTube actually owned this watch, and now it's in my collection. So I would use this in a battle. In my personal opinion, I will give this watch a complete 5-star. Now, there are other Chatham & Dovers that they're Swiss made, you know what I'm saying, and they have a vintage look to them, you know what I'm saying? They have like this distressed leather on it. But this one right here, and I'm not like, you know what, I'm not opposed to gold. I do have a few gold watches in my collection, man, which are pretty dope. But this one right here sits at the top of it, man. Because like it just does it for me, man. It just does it for me, man. I want you to look at it in its entirety. Not me. Yeah, this is a nice watch, man. This thing has an NH35 in it. Date, complication, automatic, or like you don't have to worry about a battery. So if you don't have a Chatham & Dover in your collection and you would like to get one, I would say, hey, you better go for it. Hold up, there we go. So hold up, let me show you something. So that lever right there, watch that. See how it turns? Boom, pops open. Oh man, Russian diver. This is definitely a battle piece. 5-star, 5 flame. Cisco and Ebert give it 5 thumbs up. 5 of them, that's right. It's all 5s. Now, you want to see what else is next? Bam! Yeah. See that carbon stone right there? Black diamond. This watch right here is amazing, man. You have like a crazy mother of pearl in it. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There we go. You got date function. This is Z60. And you have carbon on the dial, if you can see that. It's a fixed bezel. And this thing is a number limited piece. 999 were possibly made. And Jason Taylor has his signature on the back. Right there, y'all see that? The case back right there, man, it's hidden. Now the bracelet, tank tread bracelet, carbon all around this thing, screw down crown. It's a massive watch, but in a battle, you pull that thing out right there. You see how that? Look how that thing is shimmer and shine, and then you have this shit sitting up there. There is a silver version to this one. And I believe that, in my opinion, well, I'll just say, when Shop HQ released this watch, that silver one went quick. And then this one shortly after, then it sold out. Then you start seeing, like, this one didn't come back, but they brought the silver one back. So, I would say this is probably, like, one of the more popular ones. Man, I can't talk today. So, yes, 5 flame. Like, look, first and foremost, check it out. Screw down crowns, man. This is a very unique watch, man. Very unique watch. And last but not least, all I'm gonna say is the power of editing. Man, I'm gonna tell you something about this case right here. Getting watches out of it, man, can be challenging. It sits down in there, it's tough. But last but not least, man, I have been wearing this watch for, this is like at the top of my collection. At the very top of my collection. This is a Pro Diver Reserve tungsten. Like, just look at the shimmer and shine. Check that out, man. And then the dial itself, man. Let me see if I can get, you see the reflection? Hold on. Let me see if I can see my man behind me. I can't see where you in the summer. But anyway, this right here, Invicta Pro Diver, and this has an R150 in it. So it's Swiss made, and it's going to be at the top of the list of like one of their automatic timepieces. This is one of those highly sought after within the Invicta community, man. And if you don't know, like, I'm going to put it to you like this. You don't know what to collect next, and you're on Facebook, I'm a list. Like, there's thousands of people that are rocking with Invicta Holics, Invicta Cruisers, Invicta Worldwide, Invicta 757, Invicta 202. There's so many different, and I've mentioned all these different groups, Club Invicta. There's thousands of people that are collecting watches, so if you want to go over there and check them out, some, you know what I'm saying, like, you don't have to, there's no requirement. So, like, go over to Semicon. He's on Facebook as well, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag Prestige Syndicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tiny Big Time. Go, like, everybody has a channel or, like, a group. And all you got to do is just go through the pictures and then just decide. You're like, hey, should I get this watch or not? This is one that people, like, they see. Because this is, like, a rendition of what Invicta used to do back in the day. Is they were making Swiss timepieces. Tight tolerances. You see, you got the screw down case back. You have the screws for the actual. You see that? Oh, that came in perfect. This watch right here, man. Forget 5 flame, man. I had to get this thing 100,000 flame, man. This is my favorite. You hearing it? Favorite watch, which is tied for third. I got 3 number 1 favorites. Yeah, and one of them just happened to be a tourbillon. But dude, this is one of those, you pull this out in a battle, so you're going to have the people that's rating that they like the watch, they know about the watch, that's within the Invicta community. Then you'll have the other people that don't know jack about it, but if the way you describe the watch, if the way I just told you, like, hey, this watch has Swiss movement, this is something like it's nostalgic to like the 05, 06, 07 era of Invicta when they were just bringing out all this crazy heat, they're going to be like, oh, really? And then you're talking about the metal, tungsten, indestructible, like, you could beat this thing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And this is probably one of the craziest things I've seen them do. I've never seen them do that crown before. That type of crown. It's like, the best thing I could say is, it doesn't match the rest of the crowns that they do. Matter of fact, so, this is Grand Diver, Pro Diver. You see the knurling around that, right? You see the grippity grips. You can actually grip this, and you can grip this one too, but this one is like a bolt, right? It's like, hey, this is strength. That's what it reminded me of. I'm like, so I was like, okay, it's a very odd crown. I've never seen them use a crown like that before. It's odd. However, when I saw that, it just, for the aesthetics to me, I said, just pushed me over the top. So there's so many different avenues of this watch, but it just depends on how you describe it while you're doing your battle. They can tell that you're passionate about it. That kind of, the story kind of draws people in. So this is definitely a battle-worthy piece. I'm giving it 120,000 flames. Let's put 120,000 flames. Can I put that many flames on here? I don't know. Let's just like 4 flames. But highly recommend this watch, man. If you can find it. I know Shop had just dropped one that had Kyle just got one that had the meteorite. So that's my 5 watches. All right. So if I was battling somebody, man, somebody just got, I mean, I may have lost a round or two, but like for the most part, nah, bro, y'all ain't messing with them. Y'all ain't messing with none of those watches, man. Hey, let me know what your top 5 is, man. What would you go for? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and put that down in the chat, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man, rocking with me doing this premiere on this lovely morning. You know what I'm saying? And my man George has been busy, so he didn't get a chance to come in here. George, if you watching this, well, you can't be watching it because, well, I guess you can because I'm pretty sure you'll be off by the time I do this. But anyway, family, thank you so much for watching, and y'all stay tuned because we got some other battles. You want to battle? Hit your boy up. Let me know. I can set that up, man. We almost there, man. We got a couple more weeks and we'll be in New York, man. So if you in that New York area, man, come out there, holler at your boy, come out here and shop with us, you know what I mean? So until the next Light and Strike family, y'all be blessed.